What up, chat? What up, chat? Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Decided to stop here at the Denny's. So it's too hot outside. It's just too hot. It is just too hot outside, man. So, if you're homeless like me, for the homeless community here and throughout the Tulare County region, specifically here in the city of Visalia, um, when you're outside right now, even if the sun's down, it's just too damn hot. It's just too damn hot. This is what I do. I come here to utilize the resources around me. Um, just come in here, get something to eat with my EBT card here at Denny's. And for that moment, that brief moment that I'm enjoying a little cheap meal or a good meal here at Denny's, um, I'll use my EBT card. And within that corridor time that I'm here, it's cool here. It's fresh. There's AC here, so I've been homeless since 2023, but I'm finding my ways and navigating my ways on how to survive and utilizing the resources around me. So I make it. There's a lot of homeless people out here in Tulare County that they just give up. They give up. There's no fight in their heart, in their spirit. There's definitely a comfort zone is definitely present there, and we all know what happens in a comfort zone. Nothing grows in a comfort zone. So yeah, I'm here, and it just feels good to be here for the moment because the AC is blowing, man, and it feels good in here. Sorry, guys, this table moves a lot. Um, Here, I'm gonna jump on this chat Q&A. Let's see. There's my Q&A for y'all. What do y'all do to keep cool from this? Hold on. Wait a minute. Here, confirm. Take that out. Sorry for not spelling right. Man, I need to work on my spelling. Or is it the damn autocorrect on this damn laptop, huh? What do you do? All right. Let me see. I corrected my spelling, guys. I do apologize. What do y'all do to keep cool from this hot, scorching, and humid weather in the 559 Visalia? So there's that Q&A. Questions and answers. How are you guys doing tonight? Hope you guys had a great day. Made it a good day and made the day count. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was just riding my bike over here down on Mooney, heading towards Denny's, which is where I'm at now. And I'm telling you, I was like doing Google research. Damn, this heat, the humid and the heat, it really makes people, it turns people mad. People get really pissed off. Like the anger comes out of them. You know what I mean? So every time I'm in the intersection, I see the damn drivers fighting, and I'm like, damn. I mean, and you could only imagine this is just a 559. This ain't. I'm not in the 213. This ain't the LA County area, and LA's worse. Can you imagine traffic jam in LA County in this heat? It's probably even hot, more hot, and even worse.
Anything else for now?
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. But yeah, the sun's just. It's really bad. It's really just. It's hot, man. It's hot outside, and for the brief moment that I'm here, it feels good being here because the AC, like I said, the AC is just blowing in here. So yeah. Salud, salud. water at Denny's is so good, fresh and cold, bro. Very good. So, that's all I drink in here. Denny's water. 12 miles. King tides prompt warning for coastal residents in Orange County. My goodness gracious, there's like a big flood going down right now in Orange County. I didn't know that. Feels fresh in here. Wow. I'm just reading all these article events that are going on, not just all over California, but just all over the country as well. Other worldwide events as well. Man, man, they're playing that Paul Walker song. When I See You Again, that Paul Walker song. Remember that song that was dedicated to Paul Walker when he died on that Fast and the Furious movie? And Paul Walker, we used to see him a lot in Santa Barbara County. I had no idea that he had a house, like a ranch, like a nice big estate property in the city of Ojai, right there off of the 101 freeway. I had no idea. All those years I was living in Santa Barbara County and sometimes in Oxnard. That was back in the day, like when I was fresh out of high school. But we would see Paul Walker pull up in the city of Carpinteria all the time, and he'd always pull up in the same exit just to get gas, stop at the McDonald's, and leave all the time. And I was like, dude, yo, there's Paulie who? I was like, oh, Paul Walker, the Fast and the Furious guy, Brian. Oh man, I remember all that. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? I'm getting the hang of this, how to stream live and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of I noticed there's a lot on this on my screen on this laptop. It says a lot of them say you don't have access to this feature. Isn't that a trip? Manage, pop out dashboard. Can you guys hear the music in here or not? Man, I'm reading this Kern County located 15-year-old victim who had been suffering from several stab wounds. Man, can't even go to the park carnival. and enjoy the night. There was brawls. This was Kern County, so chances are, if there's every time there's a fight at a damn fair here in the 559, there is a 98 to a 99% rate chance that it's Northerners and Southerners fighting each other. I don't know why y'all. Uh, I hate seeing brown on brown crime, man. I hate that. I don't know why Northerners and Southerners don't unite. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm gonna choose my words wisely. I'm not gonna um, not be not be disrespectful. You know what I mean? But the brown community, okay, you got your Northerners and you got your Southerners. Um, 14 and 13 over here, 4 dots and 3 dots over here, right? Um, you guys need to stop. I feel like you guys need to stop playing Pancho Villa and Zapata. It's been you guys been playing Pancho Villa and Zapata for too long, and you guys need to unite, man. Because I mean, look at the Black Panther Party. Look at them. That's a prime perfect example right there. The Black Panther Party. How it came to fruition, Black Panther Party, and came to existence. It was to fend off from white supremacy, uh, white oppression, uh, hate crime from police, right? Um, and it was wow, what a great, perfect example of a defense mechanism. You know what I mean? This is way before the Crips and the Bloods even came about. And the Black Panther Party always reminds me so much of CRIP. A lot of people think, yeah, Crip cut. No, dude. It means something, man. It truly does. CRIP, Community Resistance in Progress. And wow, that's so deep. It's so deep, and it's ever so powerful to me. It means something. You know what I mean? You'd be surprised how many people don't even know what that means, or the history behind that. But anywho, I guess what I was trying to say in so many words is that reading this article on that fight there that took place with that, I guess some 15-year-old got stabbed. I guarantee you it was Northerners and Southerners fighting again, and they really need to come together and come to unite. And to look at the Black Panther Party back in the day. They came together. All the blacks came together to fend off from the police and sheriffs and white supremacy. You know, and white supremacy is ever so present today. It's ever so present today here in America, even more, especially under a Trump administration. Um, but yeah, I think that Northerners and Southerners need to come together because look at the Crips and Bloods. I remember when Snoop Dogg, Q, Game, and in specific Snoop Dogg and the gang, a lot of Crips and Blood gangs here in the West Coast, they got together. And for a brief moment, it was a beautiful thing, man. It was such a beautiful thing to see the black community, Crips and Bloods come together, dude, and all into formation into one family, and we all knew why they got together, and it's so cool to me when I see music videos and I see Crips and Bloods. You know what? Right here, right now, prime perfect example. You guys know YG? Everybody know who YG is. He's a Blood, I believe, and he just recently made it. He shot a video. He made another new music video like 3 or 4 days ago, and you see in the music video, it reminded me a lot about the back in the day music videos when Exhibit was shooting videos and there was Crips and Bloods in his videos. And just not too long ago, it was like 3 or 4 days ago, where YG shot a video, and that it came out a very fire song. The track is a super huge banger. You know what I mean? It's a huge slapper. Um, and you can see in the video, man. You can see that there's Crips and Bloods, and it always amazed me. It always amazed me when I see videos of Crips and Bloods together. I'm like, dude, look at these beautiful black folks. It's the black community. You got a lot of princes and a lot of kings in this music video. Black elegance, black power. And when YG shot that video not too long ago, and I see Crips and Bloods together, they're setting the example. I'm like, if Crips and Bloods can get together, tell me one time when you've seen one music video where you see a pack of Norteños and a pack of Sureños making a music video together in one music video. Just tell me one. We've never seen it. We've never seen it. It's unseen. It's unheard of. It's unfounded. You know what I mean? And how profound would it be? Here in the year 2026, now going on the year 2027, we are in the month of June, right? And Martin Luther King had a dream, man. Martin Luther King had a dream. I'm not saying I'm no Martin Luther. I'm no Malcolm X. I'm not no Cesar Chavez. You know what I mean? I'm not those big names. I couldn't ever. It's not who I am, man. I don't claim or profess to be up at such a high pedestal. You know what I'm saying? But what I do know is that I have a voice and I have an opinion, and I don't just have an opinion. I'm speaking off of life's experiences, and yeah, I just find it interesting. I find it interesting that you know, living here in America, there's so much white supremacy, so much white favoritism, and white injustices, racially and judicially systemic oppression, judicial bias going on in this country, and specifically targeted against blacks and browns. You know, the system's set up for us to fail. Uh, and What a beautiful thing it would be, because if Crips and Bloods can unite and get together, well, if Crips and Bloods actually made it a thing where they got together, well, then what does that make it? It makes it the Black Panther Party. What a beautiful party, right? Beautiful party. If Northerners and Southerners quit their BS and stop playing Pancho Villa and Zapata, because they've been playing that for decades, man, decades, and it's like I feel like, why do they keep playing that, dude? They have nothing else to prove, dude. All the all the norteños and sureños, ellos todos son bien machos, todos son bien chingones. They have nothing to prove to nobody, nobody. They are like very dominant, strong people, very dominant, strong community, whether it's north or whether it's south, norteños or sureños, right? And I just feel that northerners and southerners, man, how beautiful would that be, right? If they got together and actually united. If the Crips and Bloods can unite, well, they have a name for that. That would make them the Black Panther Party. If Northerners and Southerners united, that would make it a what? Brown Brigade on a united front, on one united front. That's a Brown Brigade. Um, and I think it's a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing because brown on brown crime, that's not cool, man. You know, Northerners and Southerners so ignorantly kill each other, but don't have the balls and audacity and the courage to fight the real, true oppressors, and that is the cops, the sheriffs, COs. Okay, there's a lot of corruption out here, dude. Although not just here in the West Coast in the state of California, all over America, every county jail, every prison, correctional officers, DAs, wardens, the judges, they beg on blacks and browns to stay in their cages. That blacks and browns, we are their bread and butter. And if only for that brief moment, the brown community, I can't say for the black community because they're already doing it. They've already done it. Crips and Bloods have united before. What a beautiful thing. I give them props. I give them props on such a high level from an IQ standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Because they're smart. But I've never seen Northerners and Southerners unite. I've never seen Northerners and Southerners in a music video like you see YG and other like Nipsey Hussle. Uh, he's a Crip. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, by the way. The marathon continues. May Nipsey Hussle rest in power. Um, it's sad how he went out, but yeah, uh, it was interesting. Sorry, I read that article and it brought me back to, I guess, a little bit of politics, and I just feel here in the West Coast in California. I reside here in Tulare County, the 559 city of Visalia. Oh, gang signs, gang injunction, gang member. I don't bang, guys. I don't bang. I'm just being sarcastic. But when it comes to my brown people, my brown brothers, every time I'm out here, I see a lot of norteños, I see a lot of sureños, and I see them, and they need to unite, man. They need to unite because the only enemy I see that Northerners and Southerners have is that officer, is that sheriff, that correction officer, that judge, that DA, that warden. Okay, because there's so much white supremacy being exercised in our American judicial system. And if only for that brief moment, Northerners and Southerners woke up, dude. Woke up. You're all the same, dude. You're the same as me as well. Our skin's brown. We're all the same. We're brown. We eat our frijoles the same. We eat our pinches tortillas lo mismo, güey. Pinche chile rojo, chile verde, güey. Pozole, menudo con limón y cebolla y cilantro, whatever. We eat it all the same, dude. Okay? When we go over there and we take a big old dump, it's the same. All right? It's it's yeah, man. It's just I don't know. That's been really heavy on my mind lately. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the first one that thought about this. I am not the first one to think about this, feel this way. um, and I address it and I stress it a little bit because yeah, I am raza, soy chicano. I do have a heart, I do have a soul, and these are my people, dude. They're my people, and it's crazy here, being homeless here in the city of Visalia, and people always ask me all the time, norteños and sureños, hey, who do you roll with? Who do you? I'm like, hey, dude, don't start that. Don't start what, bro? I'm like, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to pick a side. I'm like, I love you all, dude. You're all my brothers, bro. Oh boy, last time I saw you walking, you were walking with those two active norteños. I was like, I wasn't walking with no northerners. I just so happened to be riding my bike, and these two active norteños passed by. Did you know them? I'm like, no, I don't know them. I'm like, or there's a lot of norteños and sureños out here, and they say hi. I say hi. Hey, ¿qué huele? Take care, man. Be safe out there. Hey, mijo, take it easy, bro. Hey, stop fighting each other. As I'm riding away my bike, and it breaks my heart, dude. It breaks my heart because it's the 559 is really active out here, and when I see norteños and sureños killing each other, I blame Tulare County law enforcement. I blame the Tulare County court system, Porterville Courthouse, Visalia Courthouse, these piece of shit correction officers, dude. And I say that because I'm telling you, I just wish Norteños and Sureños here in the West Coast, here in California, man, they understood that they are being manipulated and finessed to its fullest extent. You think these cops give a damn about y'all? I love y'all more than they don't love you. They want to kill you. They want to pull you over, shoot you, and kill you. Anyone else? I'm sorry, guys. I got a lot of Malcolm X in me, bro. I got a lot of Malcolm X in me, dude. And I get a lot of my knowledge and my wisdom from people like Minister Louis Farrakhan, people like Malcolm X. I started doing my history on America's white supremacy, and I learned all this. Blacks and browns, we share a struggle, dude. We share the same struggle, dude. What do we have in common? We're both a beautiful race. In the sport of boxing, who do you see the most? Mexicans and blacks. Okay? In the NFL, who runs the NFL? Is it blacks or is it Mexicans? Come on, man. You know it's blacks, right? And it's cool. It don't hurt to admit that, right? It's a beautiful thing, man. There's Rasa, okay? But the brothers run the NFL. You got to give props where it's due, baby. Give props where it's due, but we have so much in common. When in the city of Visalia, it doesn't matter. The city of Visalia, Stockton, Merced, Salinas, Santa Barbara, Oxnard, Ventura. What do we have in common? Blacks and brown, the black and brown community. What do we have in common? Who's getting pulled over all the time? Only the majority of times, blacks and browns. We are not. We're not. We're not so different after all. If anything, we are so much the same. We are so much the same. Okay. The only difference is black people are like this, and we're like on a good day, but black people are like this. But anyways, yes, black folks is blessed. why I always notice why do most the majority of the masses here in you can ask anybody, they can't even admit it. Why does it hurt you to admit like, hey, yo, maybe that brother? Who cares? Who cares if he's packing? Cool, dude. You know, a higher power blessed the black community. You know, and what a cool thing, man. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm just saying, man. What I'm trying to say in so many words is that brown on brown crime needs to stop, man. And I do. Well, I guess I'm an atheist now. I don't go. I left. I'm staying away from religion. I'm not messing with religion anymore due to a recent experience. Um, there's only so much I can take before I just walk away. I threw in the towel. I'm not I'm not touching religion anymore. But yeah, we blacks. If blacks can unite, the Crips and the Bloods can unite. Why don't the Northerners and Southerners do it? You know what I mean? Because there's a beast system out there, man. There's a beast system out here, and I see the white supremacy. I see the injustices, the targeting, the surveilling of blacks and browns all over, not just the West Coast, all over America. I see how these police work. They think I don't know, but I know their operations. I know the tools that they use to surveil us, and it's not okay. It's a huge infringement. Excuse me, guys. It's a huge infringement upon our all-American civil rights. You know what the hell are they doing? Looking through every civilian's wall in apartment complexes and stuff, and watching what you're doing in the shower or when you're taking a dump, things of that nature, dude. And it's like, man, stuff like that needs to stop, bro. It needs to stop. It's not cool. But yeah. So what was I saying? Sorry, guys. I'm over here trying to scrape down this pancake. But yeah. Oh yeah. I remembered where I was. Norteños and Sureños. That's my dream. I do. I have. I said I'm gonna say it. Martin Luther King had a dream, and like I said earlier, I'm no MLK, but my dream is to one day see that brown Norteños and brown Sureños, the brown community, comes together as one, coming together on one united front, one brown brigade. Okay, you know what I mean? And something like that to me that's a beautiful thing. You know, we're a very powerful raza. We're a very powerful, beautiful people. Our raza, our people, we're born powerful. We're born with strength, bro. We're very athletic as well. And look at our daughters, dude. It's not just our sons, but mostly our daughters. They're very smart. Straight out of high school, where did they go? University bound, graduating at a Cal State University, and that's what white America doesn't like because of white supremacy. So, yeah, I do believe wholeheartedly that I think the music industry, uh, both the music industry from the north and from the south, you know, you got the north pushing their northern influence. You got the Sureño music pushing their blue agenda, red agenda, blue agenda, and it's just like brainwashing all the youngsters at all sections, bro, all over the West Coast. And that yeah, dude, that breaks my heart. That breaks my heart because I love my people. I love my people, and North and South needs to come together, man. They need to come together and unite and and emulate and reflect. One could say a Brown Brigade party, just like the Black Panther Party. But I wish que se ponían las pilas, both North and South. It's not about, when you come together as one, if and when that day ever comes, um, it's not about okay. Let's say the North and South came together. They came together and mobilized and they socialized, mobilized, and made it happen. Um, it's about structure. It's about raising our children right. It's not about raising our children and letting our children go apply at these police stations and sheriff's headquarters. Hire our black and brown our children to work for law enforcement. See, because those employees they work for the man. They work for the man, the white man, white supremacy. Okay, to surveil you, to kick your door down and take your guns away, all that stuff. Okay, no, I do believe that the Black Panther Party, when MLK and Malcolm X were around, see, they believed in you know, the Black Panther Party not going out and committing crimes, but raising their black household, their children, go to school, get educated, don't commit any crimes. Because you see that white man over there in uniform, that white sheriff and that white cop, they can't wait to put cuffs on you to charge you with false charges or any type of charges they can pull out of their behind to try and sabotage your all-American civil rights, your right to bear arms, right? And let's just say the brown community came together, North and South, um, unity, structure, okay, raising our children to be good kids, pay attention in school, do good in school, get good grades, sports, all that. You know what I mean? Give me a second, guys. Yep, great. All right, cool. That wasn't bad. Sorry about that, guys. I do apologize. But yeah. So where was I? Um, yeah, I wholeheartedly, I believe in that, and I'm speaking, and I speak in this way, in this manner, because I speak from experience. I see how these cops and sheriffs conduct themselves in the policing communities. I've seen how correctional sheriff deputies, both male and female, conduct themselves at the Porterville South County Jail and the Visalia Bob Wiley's. Okay. Now, do you guys remember that quote when Tupac said, "It's going to take the man to be to conquer this insanity"? Well, Tupac was he was very poetic justice, and a lot of people when they listen to Tupac, they just riding with the beat, and but they have no idea. There, a lot of people are not listening to the lyrics. He was a he Tupac was a lyricist. He was a masterpiece with his words. His words, every lyric, every bar meant something, literally. And when you listen to Tupac, you're literally listening to the voice and the movement of the Black Panther Party, Black Power, Black elegance. Well, it's beautiful. It's very beautiful. Um, so yeah, I just feel like we got a long way to go. The brown community, all Chicanos, all raza, all Mexicanos, Latinos, whatever you want to call us, mestizos, way, lo que sea, way, we're all the same. We're all the same. Yeah, I may not bang, but I feel like I have the right to voice my voice because my skin's brown. I can talk about the brown community because yo soy raza. I can talk about these things. I love my people. It breaks my heart when I see them kill each other. I know some of you say, well, why you talk about black people, black politics, and Crips and Bloods? I can talk about them. Why? Because I love them too. Every foster home and every group home that I grew up in, all over the West Coast map, I had so many. I always every home that I went to, there was always my black brother there. There was always I was what 8, 9, 10 years old. Every foster home or group home I'd go to, there was always a black brother there. One was a crib, the next facility, one was a blood. So I met so many Crips and so many Bloods from all over the place. 209, 213, 805, 559, everywhere, like everywhere, right? But yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say in so many words is that if and when that day does let's just be hypothetically speaking here, okay? Because a lot of the youngsters here, even the veteranos out here, dude, there's a lot of hotheads out here, dude. Both Northerners and Southerners, dude. There's always going to be heavy hitters everywhere, dude. No matter where you go, dude. And that's why I always show love to my people, dude, because I love my people. But I do believe that let's just be hypothetically speaking here, right now, okay? We're just hypothetically speaking that let's say it came to fruition, you know, it would be a beautiful thing, but I feel like the white man, cops, sheriffs, judges, and DAs, they'll be like, oh my gosh, this is a danger to Homeland Security, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. It's a danger to your white supremacy. Okay, the white man, you should pay attention to how the white man speaks. Any cop or any sheriff or any politician who is in the White House, any politician who works at the Pentagon, who works for Homeland Security, any politician or any white individual that works for law enforcement, you pay attention and you pay attention very close when the white man speaks about us, blacks and browns. They swear up and down we're the problem. That we're what did Trump say last time? That we're infecting the blood of America. Listen to the words that the white man speaks, because when the white man speaks, he's showing you who he is. Pay attention. Abre los pinches oídos, güey. So yeah. So to conclude this, let's just be hypothetically speaking. Let's say it did happen, right? Northerners and Southerners came together. Not only would it be a beautiful thing, but see, it's about raising our children right. Our children going to school, getting good grades, keeping them in sports, letting them know when they grow up, mijo, you talk to your sons, you talk to your daughters. Did you know you have the right to the Second Amendment? Did you know? Okay, now you're what? You're 18. You can go to the gun dealership. Which firearm do you want? Which one do you like? Do you like? Okay, do you like the Kimber? You like the Micro 1911? You want 9 millimeter or 45 ACP? Okay, no. Okay, you want that? You want that Scar? Okay. Oh, you don't want that one. You want the 50 cal? A lot of these, a lot of the black and brown communities, they don't know about that. They don't know that fresh out of high school, if they just stay the hell out of trouble, the black and brown community, and they're smart about their civil rights and don't let these cops and sheriffs jam them up. Once they graduate high school and get good grades, good performance, good academic performance, and right after high school, whether they choose to go to the city college or a state university, right, to go and pursue their academic, whatever, their academic endeavors, what have you, um, that they should know you have rights. You have the right to go and bear arms. You can, and that right there, the white man hates. The white man is afraid of. The white man works on the double here in America, right here. Why do you think they're always pulling over blacks and browns? Especially youngsters. They want to jam you up so they can make sure you never have the right to own firearms. We have this sheriff here in Tulare County. He's not my sheriff, but I call him Senor Boudreaux. They call him Sheriff Mike Boudreaux. He has this quote. He has two quotes, and I'll never forget it. He says, "We will be the difference." Well, I gotta call bullshit on his part because I've ran into nothing but a bunch of racist, white supremacist Peckerwood cops from Porterville. Okay, when they would target me and harass me and try to pull me over all the time to shoot me and kill me. When I had my Dodge Challenger, 22 Dodge Challenger, V8 RT Hemi. That is not being part of the difference. When your officer jumps out of his vehicle in civilian clothes, gets in my face and calls me a nigger, that's not the difference. That's just the same old white supremacist Peckerwood treatment that blacks and browns have been fighting and battling decades ago. That's one quote. What's the second quote that Senor Boudreaux likes to preach a lot? I literally, I've seen him. I've seen him. He used to come into my job at Save Mart. I was at Save Mart for 6.5 years, and I was like, man, he used to come up to me, shake my hand. But lo and behold, only for me to find out that, afterwards he started surveilling me and sending people to harass me and put nails in my cars, people trying to run me over all the time. Like, well, this goes on and on, dude. Like, that's why I don't respect the guy. Uh, what would Sheriff Mike Boudreaux say? His quote is like this. He says, the second quote, in order to change a community, listen to what the white man says. Pay close attention. He says, in order to change communities, we we cannot reach communities and societies. It's hard. I guess for him, it's hard. But in order to reach the community and change communities, is to reach the children. That's what he says. He says to reach the children. And what he does is he tries to recruit all these little children to brainwash them into law enforcement. Okay? Into law enforcement. What does law enforcement ultimately do at the end of the day when it's all said and done? What do? Especially some of the black and the brown officers, cops and sheriffs. You know, what are the black officers? What do they call them? Uncle Toms. Bootlicking Uncle Toms, right? Sell out to their own people. What do they call the raza Latinos that are cops and sheriffs? They call them coconuts, right? Well, precisely, that's why. They're very racist, very oppressive, and they are forced to when they get sworn in, they're swearing to uphold your all-American constitutional rights. But once they get in the job, they realize, holy shit, we're ordered to pull over more blacks, to pull over more browns, keep our hand in on our gun, and get ready to unholster my firearm because I'm gonna have to kill this black and brown because my excuse is gonna be, I feared for my life. Someone opens the door and they have a cell phone in their hand. Oh, shoot and kill. Oh, my bad. He had a phone on his hand. My bad. Nah. Hell no. Hell no. So remember, guys. Remember this. If your skin's black or if it's brown in this country, I don't care. I don't care who you are or what city or what. Remember, there are organizations. There are systems here in law, cops, sheriffs that want to recruit your children so they can train them to kill blacks and browns. That's what it is. There's even the brainwashing, the indoctrination here in America is deep, so much so. There's even Hispanic, brown families, and even in the black communities. When they hear me speak like this, they get pissed off. Their demons get irritated. Why? Because they have family members that are cops. They have families that are sheriffs now. They have family members that are correction officers. And what do those correction officers do? They promote gang violence. They promote to continue the race wars to go on and on and on. Those corrupt, evil correction officers pop cell doors so people can go in and stab those inmates to death. Who are these correction officers to be making these acts to allow these things to happen? To allow Northerners and Southerners to keep killing each other and hating each other inside of county jails, inside of prisons. You'd be surprised how many are Hispanic and how many are black correction officers. But see, because they've already been indoctrinated in the name of white supremacy. And then they become these evil entities and they don't care anymore. Why? Because they're getting paid all this money. They sold their soul. They sold their soul already. They don't care. They believe that when they die, these cops, these sheriffs, these COs, they believe in the end that they lived a good Christian life. But lo and behold, when they stand on the judgment seat, like I said, I'm not religious anymore. I'm not going to chase religion anymore. I'm stepping away from religion. Matter of fact, I'm getting this cross removed from my face too. But it's bad. It's really bad. And I do believe it's time. It's time that the brown community unites, man. Y'all shouldn't be killing each other, man. Y'all shouldn't be killing each other. I wish you guys could see who the real true enemy is. And it's not about. It's just, again, like I said, let's just be hypothetically speaking. Let's say you guys came together. It's not about going out and committing crimes. It's about protecting the brown community from police brutality, from police excessive force, from police trying to violate your all-American civil rights. When they pull you over and trying to pump fear into you, when they put their hands on a gun and try to scream and raise their voice and say, I'm going to search your vehicle. You tell that officer, you tell that sheriff, I give you no right to any search and seizures. Do you have a search warrant officer? Do you have a search warrant sheriff? You have rights, dude. There's so much the brown community needs to learn, you know? And like I said, if it ever came to fruition that the Northerners and Southerners came together, again, it's not about going out and causing havoc and ruckus out there. I'm not promoting that. I'm not saying go out and do that. I'm not even saying go out and hurt people. I'm saying the brown community needs to protect themselves from and understand that you have rights. Understand that life can be better. Life can be more beautiful. By what? Making sure our children do good in school, they get good grades, they're doing good in sports, and then straight out of high school, you can go to the firearms dealership and buy as many firearms as you like. Okay, and let them know that not only do you have rights, but also let them know something Mike Boudreaux don't tell you guys. That there are cops, there are sheriffs, there are they have a surveillance. They're just law enforcement in Tulare County here is infatuated with surveillance, dude. They surveil everyone, dude. And I can speak about this because they were surveilling my apartment for those 6.5 years when I had my apartment in the city of Porterville, when I had custody of my son for those 8.5 years. Every time I wrote my complaints, what their female correctional sheriff deputy was doing next door and what their narc was doing upstairs, every complaint I filed, they would do nothing. So that's what I tell you guys. We're blacks and browns. We're being sold this dream that the American dream and freedom and democracy, and but it's far from the truth. Everyone's being surveilled, dude. Through the laptop, your cell phone, whether it's on or off. When you're in an apartment complex, they like to be upstairs, they like to be next door, and they look through your walls. Whenever they do all that, and they violate your civil rights, and that's not okay. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, how did we get here, guys? How did we get here to this topic, huh? Again, I was reading that incident on my cell phone, and there's always violence. There's always some type of violence that's kicking off like that, and it always happens at like fairs or remates or cook-offs and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So yeah. But anywho, guys, I'm gonna finish my food here. You guys have a good night, and just think about that. You know what I mean? Think about that. If your life is heading in that path, in that direction, or you know someone, if your skin's black or brown, and if you're a Hispanic or Chicano, and I'm Chicano. I know a lot of Northerners and Southerners. When you see them, remind them to try to steer away from that path. If they're gonna waste their time on their energies on that type of field, they should focus it on uniting. If your skin's black and you know a lot of Crips and you know a lot of Bloods, remind them, hey, yo, cuz, yo, blood. You guys need to unite. You guys need to unite. You guys need to come together. Because time is of the essence, and time is now. You know what I mean? There couldn't have been a more important time to unite than now. Because, like I said before, it's become a police state. We're being sold this dream that we're free, but we're not. Everyone's being surveilled every day. Okay? They're listening to you when you're on their phone. They're watching your videos, your text messages, all that. And did you know that they need a search warrant for that? But America's police state, they don't care. They don't care about a judge's written search warrant. Okay? They go through all your photos, all that. And I'm telling you guys this because even my buddies from the Marine Corps, when I went to military high school, all my buddies from the Marine Corps, Army, they told me the same thing. They kicked down knowledge on me too. They were showing me on their laptop what they do. Okay? Showing me what they do. And it's crazy. It's crazy the tools that they use to look through your walls too and everything. So anywho, guys, I gotta finish my food and I'm gonna dip because I gotta go set up my stuff because I got summer class tomorrow at COS. Then I got my PE class after that. So yeah, I'm trying to crash this other class as well tomorrow. But yeah, I gotta get ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna get going, guys. I love y'all. Please be safe out there, okay? And as always, guys, you guys know the slogan: Brown Pride, Black Power. Please be safe out there and look out for each other, okay? Again, be safe out there. It's getting crazy out there. Peace, y'all.